This chapter is very confusing. Some verses are wisdom, most forgets free will. Chapter could be used by the arrogant to confuse followers. MPR 2:4. He holds the great waters within their appointed limits, and the storm water he keeps in restraint. He covers the face of the earth with a green mantle of vegetation. He inundates the land with the waters of life. His arm sweeps across the skies, and men are bewildered. Earth is shaken, and nations collapse and fall. The wicked tremble before his manifestations and are consumed in the midst of his fire. MPR 2:5. The wrongdoer is confounded and lies stricken before his darts of lightning. His thunders rend the roof of heaven, and earth groans out its travail. It is he, the high God, who defeats armies with pestilence, or gives one man dominion over thousands. At his command the seas will rise against the earth, or mountains belch forth fires of destruction. MPR 2:6. A man lives his allotted span in the dispensation of the high God of old, whose will encompasses the daily task and round. All things have their beginning and end with God. His power cannot be suppressed. His knowledge is the wisdom of eternity. His strength reaches out into infinity. MPR 2:7. His dwelling place is set in the universal center, and he encompasses all the universes, great and small. His breath sustains life in multitudinous forms, and his thought holds all things to their proper shape. He prescribes the courses of the stars. He issues his commands to the winds, and they sing their responses. The wide seas murmur his praises. He moves the silences in the void of empty space where the eternal heart lies sleeping. Order and beauty are shaped by his hands. MPR 2:8. His voice speaks from the sandy silences. His whispers in the cool breezes. He roars in the whirlwind. He murmurs in the running waters. He sighs in the treetops, and men hear his voice without understanding. MPR 2:9. Man dreams and says this is reality. He sees the shadow, but is blinded before the light. He reasons and is deceived. The design of the true God and his nature cannot be understood in the light of reason. For reason is not with this God, who knows all things without reason. Nice words. They do speak to me, but it really offers very little. 2:9 does offer a bit, and I would suggest reason could mislead. Maybe it speaks different to me, but it sounds judgmental. I think it is mostly true, however. Knowledge is important, but it is deceptive. It can explain the mechanics of why things happen, but understanding how does not rule out the possibility that there is intelligence, a purpose behind it. Knowledge can fool you, deceive you, and humanity is often seeking the one thing God denies them because he gave them free will. To get what they want, they will abandon that free will, and that too is a choice with costs. We like to pretend there is no cost because the other person's in charge, but God can tell the difference. If you chose, it's your choice. Knowledge has value on earth. It should be embraced, but it should not be blindly followed, any more than you should follow scripture or religion, who insist you must give up free will, that God has only one path. The balance between knowledge and faith is the goal, and only humility and a respect for God's gift of free will can allow humanity to get what is needed for us all. That is something of no value to the extremes on both sides, that value only knowledge or only faith. They work together, they both have a purpose, and they are meant to challenge humanity to grow. Wisdom is accepting the diversity of thought, but accepting your truth is not theirs. And that is okay to think and follow the path God set you on.